Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chill English, the cozy corner where we relax, listen, and practice English slowly and naturally. I'm Quinn, and today I want to take you somewhere familiar, a place where laughter, knowledge, and friendship live together every day. Yes, that's right, my classroom. Before we begin, take a deep breath. Let go of everything else for a moment. No rush, no pressure, just you and me, sharing a calm story. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Every morning, when I open the door to my classroom, I feel a wave of calm energy. The first thing that greets me is the soft sunlight coming through the wide windows. It gently touches the wooden desks and bright walls, making everything look alive and warm. The air smells faintly of chalk and paper, a scent that always reminds me of mornings at school. Our classroom isn't too big, but it feels just right, bright, clean, and full of life. The walls are painted a soft cream color, decorated with colorful posters, English charts, and motivational quotes. Sometimes, I see our teacher's handwriting from the last lesson still on the whiteboard, or a few doodles someone secretly drew during break time. It makes the room feel real, like it's alive with all of us inside. Each desk in the classroom is neat and simple. The smooth wooden surface feels familiar, almost comforting. Every student has their own little space, a corner of the world where we read, write, and dream. On my desk, there's usually my notebook, a blue pen, and sometimes a cup of tea or a small snack. Next to me, my friends prepare their books, chat softly, or smile sleepily before class begins. It's a calm, quiet moment, like the stillness before the day really starts. At the front of the room stands our teacher's desk, always tidy, always welcoming. There's a stack of books, a few colorful markers, and sometimes a small vase of flowers that our teacher brings from home. Right behind that desk is a large whiteboard, the heart of our classroom. Every lesson begins there. Our teacher writes the first words of the day in neat handwriting, and that sound, the scratch of the marker, always brings silence to the room. Everyone looks up, ready to learn. Hanging from the ceiling is a bright projector. It turns our classroom into a small cinema whenever we have presentations or video lessons. When the lights dim and the screen lights up, the whole class becomes quiet, eyes focused, smiles soft. It's amazing how a simple video can bring lessons to life, turning boring facts into stories and words into colors. Those moments make learning feel alive. And then there's our teacher, the heart and soul of the classroom. She's kind, calm, and full of patience. She explains things carefully, never rushing, always making sure everyone understands. Sometimes, she tells little stories that make us laugh. Other times, she shares gentle advice that stays in our minds for days. When she smiles, the room feels brighter. When she looks serious, everyone sits up straight. To us, she's not just a teacher. She's a guide, a friend, and in some ways, like a second parent. The atmosphere in our classroom changes with time. In the morning, it's quiet and fresh. By noon, laughter fills the air as sunlight dances across the floor. And in the afternoon, the energy softens again, warm, gentle, a little sleepy. Sometimes, when it rains, we hear soft drops tapping on the windows, and the whole class feels cozy, like we're wrapped in a soft blanket of calmness. Other times, when the sun shines too bright, the golden light fills every corner, and we can't help but smile. There are moments when the room is completely silent. You can hear only the ticking of the clock and the quiet sound of pens moving across paper. Everyone is focused. 100 thoughts, but one shared purpose: to learn, to grow. It's in those moments that I realize how beautiful learning together can be. But our classroom isn't always quiet. There are days full of noise and laughter, group discussions, fun games, small jokes between friends. Voices overlap, ideas fly, and the air feels alive. That mix of calm and chaos makes the classroom real, a place where learning and living happen at the same time. When I look around, I notice every corner has its own little story. That seat near the window, where my friend always sits, daydreaming and drawing little flowers in her notebook. The back row, where we sometimes whisper and laugh quietly during boring moments. And the front row, where the most serious students sit, ready with pens and questions. Even the bulletin board tells stories, full of drawings, test papers, and photos from school events. Every item, every mark on the wall holds a memory of someone. Some day, some laugh. Sometimes, after everyone leaves, I stay for a few minutes. The room feels so different, quiet, still, peaceful. The desks are empty, the light turns golden, and the air is soft. It's in those silent moments that I realize how much this place means to me. This classroom isn't just a room, it's a part of my world. It's where I've learned, laughed, and grown. It's where I've made friends, faced challenges, and discovered things about myself. It's the place that holds the sounds of our joy, the silence of our focus, and the warmth of our togetherness. Every classroom is different, but for me, mine is special. Because it's not just a space filled with desks and books. It's filled with dreams, hopes, and little pieces of who we are. So the next time I walk through that door, I'll take a deep breath, look around, and smile. Because I know this is not just where I study. It's where I truly belong.